Results-Based Performance Management System, RPMS for teachers, Self-Assessment Tool, or SAT, for Teacher 1 to 3 or Proficient teachers for school year 2021 to 2022 in the time of COVID-19. This tool is designed for you to reflect on the different objectives related to your professional work. It consists of 19 items that you will analyze and rate according to your level of capability and level of priority for development. The items meet teacher quality requirements congruent with the Philippine K-12 reform and reflective of international teacher standards. You should accomplish this tool prior to the beginning of the school year and use to reflect on your performance throughout the RPMS cycle. The result of your self-assessment will guide you on which RPMS objectives to improve and on what areas you need coaching and mentoring. Other school personnel, including the school head, are not allowed to see the results of this tool. However, you can discuss with them with your IPCRF development plan based on your self-assessment. Please read the instructions. This tool has 3 parts. Part 1, the demographic profile. Part 2, objectives. And Part 3, core behavioral competencies. For Part 1, demographic profile, please shade the circle of the demographic information applicable to you. Part 2, objectives, please shade the circle that corresponds to how you rate the objectives based on level of capability and level of priority for development. At the bottom of each page, there is the opportunity to write about any aspects that you feel are relevant to the objectives on that page. Part 3, core behavioral competencies. Please shade the circle of the behavioral indicators that you demonstrated during the performance cycle. Part 1, demographic profile, age, sex, employment status, position, total number of years in teaching, highest degree obtained, area of specialization, subject or subjects taught, grade level taught, curricular classification of the school, region, it can be Luzon, Visayas, or Mindanao. Part 2, objectives. There are 2 columns for every objective. Please shade 1 circle in each column corresponding to how you rate your level of capability and priority for development for each objective. Under the level of capability, we have low, moderate, high, and very high. Priority areas to be addressed, low, moderate, high, and very high. So teachers, isi-shade mo lang yung circle kung ano yung applicable sa'yo. Objectives. 1. Content, knowledge, and pedagogy. That is PPST Domain 1. Applied knowledge of content within the across curriculum teaching areas. So that is under the PPST Indicator 1.1.2. So halimbawa, sa tingin mo, ang level of capability mo is very high. So you need to shade very high. And priority areas to be addressed, sa tingin mo it is a moderate, you need to shade 2 or moderate. 1.2. Use research-based knowledge and principles of teaching and learning to enhance professional practice. That is PPST Indicator 1.2.2. Next, displayed proficient use of mother tongue, Filipino, and English to facilitate teaching and learning. Use effective verbal and non-verbal classroom communication strategies to support learner understanding, participation, engagement, and achievement. Number 2, learning environment, that is PPST Domain 2. Establish safe and secure learning environments to enhance learning through the consistent implementation of policies, guidelines, and procedure. Maintain learning environments that promote fairness, respect, and care to encourage learning. In the space provided, you may want to make some personal comments about your practice and objectives on this page. So this is the continuation for learning environment, that is PPST Domain 2. Maintain supportive learning environments that nurture and inspire learners to participate, cooperate, and collaborate in the continued learning. Applied a range of successful strategies that maintain learning environments that motivate learners to work productively by assuming responsibility for their own learning. Number 3, diversity of learners, curriculum and planning and assessment and reporting, that is PPSC Domains 3, 4, and 5. Design, adapted, and implemented teaching strategies that are responsive to learners with disabilities, giftedness, and talents, that is under PPSC Indicator 3.3.2. Adapted and use culturally appropriate teaching strategies to address the needs of learners from indigenous groups. Adapted and implemented learning programs that ensure relevance and responsiveness to the needs of all learners. And utilize assessment data to inform the modification of teaching and learning practices and programs. Optional, in the space provided, you may want to make some personal comments about your practice and objectives on this page. Number 4, community linkages and professional engagement and personal growth and professional development, that is PPSC Domain 6 and 7. Maintain learning environments that are responsive to community context. Reviewed regularly personal teaching practice using existing laws and regulations that apply to the teaching profession and the responsibilities specified in the Code of Ethics for professional teachers. Complied with the implemented school policies and procedures. Apply a personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered. Adapted practices that uphold the dignity of teaching as a profession by exhibiting qualities such as caring attitude, respect, and integrity. Set professional development goals based on the Philippine professional standards for teachers. And last, plus factor, perform various related works activities that contribute to the teaching learning process. Optional, in the space provided, you may want to make some personal comments about your practice and objectives on this page. Part 3, Core Behavioral Competencies. Please shade the circle of the competency indicators that you demonstrated during the performance cycle. So we have the self-management, professionalism and ethics, results focus, teamwork, service orientation, and innovation. So, paano ba pagsagot nito? So, like for example, teachers, the self-management, number 1, sets personal goals and directions, needs, and development. Kung sa tingin mo, ginagawa mo to, shade mo yung circle. So, ngayon, paano makukuha yun sa total? Kung ilan ang may shade mo, yun ang ilalagay mo sa total. Like for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is applicable sa'yo, you're going to write 4 here. Kung 3 lang, lalagay mo dito 3. Pero kung lahat, ilalagay mo sa total 5. So, the same thing sa professionalism and ethics, ganun din sa results focus, sa teamwork, sa service orientation, and then sa innovation. And then, this is the rubrics. 5, role model. If all behavioral indicators have been demonstrated. 4, consistently demonstrates. 3. Most of the time demonstrates. 2. Sometimes demonstrates. And 1. Rarely demonstrates if only one behavioral indicator had been demonstrated. So, para saan ba itong isat natin? So, ito ang gagamitin nyo para ma-accomplish nyo yung development plan. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something from me today. So, this is Teacher Eloisa. So, please don't forget to subscribe sa aking YouTube channel.